Ability is the ability of your joint to go through active range of motion, ability for that joint to go through all of the planes that is designed to move in an active way. So this is great for the freedom of movement, for your body's ability to go from one position to another. So let's go. Let's get it started. I want you to bend your left leg at the front, back knee bends at the back. So try to have your knees bent at 90 degrees. And then from there, you're going to press those sit bones into the floor, shoulders down and chest open. And from here, before we begin our movement, on this side, we're going to breathe. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Inhaling into that rib cage, feeling it expand sideways like it's a big balloon. And exhaling through your mouth, let it go. And then letting balloon deflate. Scanning your body, breathing into any areas of tightness, especially in the hips. This is an active position that we're sitting in. So let's breathe into this. Inhale. And exhale. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's move. What we're going to do is your hips are facing the front and you're hinging at your hips and you're taking your chest down and up. The important thing is here, the hip hinge and your back needs to stay as flat as possible. So keep squeezing your shoulder blades together at the back and draw your shoulders away from your ears. And the movement is coming from the hips only. Nothing else moves. Your vertebrae don't move. Your back stays beautifully strong and flat. Now, if you need to bring that back knee a little bit closer to the front heel for a little bit more comfort, you can. Otherwise, take it back. Everyone is different in terms of their mobility. There's no right or wrong, really. From here, let's go ahead and go to the left side. So again, you're rotating your torso, but not the hips. Your hips are still staying facing the front as much as you can. Taking your chest down and up. So from this position, you can see that my back is flat and I'm not rounding my spine at all whatsoever. Inhale up. Exhale down. Keep your feet flexed to protect those knees. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to go away. So we're going to go to the back, so the right knee. So you will find that your mobility here may be limited, and that's absolutely fine. You really start to feel that right hip going up and down, small movement. Perhaps pressing with your left arm, that left knee towards the floor. For 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. From there, we're going to put the movements together. So you're going to rotate your torso to the right, to the left, and taking your big swoop down with your chest and up, and then the other way, like a little wipe. Your back is always flat. Remember, do not round that back. Going down and up. You feel those hips opening. Keep pressing your knees into the floor for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Beautiful stuff. Now let's start to work into that right side. You're going to press your right foot into the floor and you're going to lift your right knee off the floor. So really working into that right hip. Try to keep your chest open and not torso really facing to the front. You're not going to the left or to the right. You can put your fingertips into the floor, maybe like a little tripod, to ensure that your posture stays open. Up and down, up and down. Not worrying how high your knee is off the floor or off your mat. It's not about that. It's about working into mobility, into your movement, and improving whatever body has to offer for you. From here, what you're going to actually now do is you're going to take that back leg, you're going to take it to the front, you're going to straighten it, you're going to flex your foot. You can press your fingertips down into the floor for a little bit of support at the back. Now rotate your shoulders down and keep your chest open. Let's go. Bring it up to the front, flex. Take it back to the side. Half a hip curl. Moving into that hip joint on the right side. Active movement. Keep your chest open, keep your back flat always. Come on, let's go. And flex. And back. And flex. And back. For 4. For 3. For 2. And 1. Beautiful stuff. And then from here, we're going to actually extend our hips. So you're going to take your left fingertips back at the back here, just for a little bit of support. And then you're going to extend your hip up and you're going to take it down. So I'm taking my hips up and I'm squeezing my glutes at the back and I'm making sure that my shoulders are down and chest is open. Maybe start to bring your right arm up. Look to the fingertips. Take it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. For 4. For 3. For 2. And 1. Beautiful stuff. Let's release. Before we get on to the other side, take your legs at the front. Have your feet hip width apart, and we're going to go for some windshield wipes. So you're dropping your knees to one side and the other. Maybe taking your torso with the movement, twisting from one side to the other. You may start to notice yourself traveling forwards, that's okay. You have 4 and 3 and 2. Oh, it feels delicious, and 1. Lovely. So this brings us onto the other side. You're gonna have your front leg bent 90 degrees and the back 90 degrees like we did before. But this time, your right leg is in the front and your left leg is bent behind you. Okay. Notice any differences between each side. Perhaps this side is a bit more open than the other. Absolutely normal. Work with your body and not against it. It's absolutely fine. Again, you're remembering that you can bring your back knee closer to your front heel or further back. Take those sit bones to the floor. Keep your chest open. And before we begin the movement, let's go ahead and breathe on this side. Go ahead and close your eyes if you want to. Inhale into your rib cage and exhale. Pushing those sit bones down into the floor, keeping your chest open and your posture upright. Inhale. Exhale. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Noticing how this side feels. Do you feel a little bit more tight, or perhaps you feel a bit more open? Work with it, it's absolutely fine. Let's go for those movements. So now we're hinging down towards our right knee. The movement comes from hips only. So this is all about our 90-90 variations, how your legs are bent and 90 degree, 90-90. Up and down. Inhale, exhale. For 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. We're going to go ahead and go in the middle, down and up. Noticing if this side is a little bit tougher or easier. For me personally, this side is a little bit more gnarly, and it's okay, I'm working with it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're twisting the other way. Whew. Yes, now I'm feeling that left hip. Up and down. Down and lift. Trying to keep your chest as upright as is absolutely possible. Here, have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Take your arms in front. Let's go for those delicious swoops. Down and up. Onto the other side. Noticing any areas of tightness, maybe lingering somewhere where it's a bit tighter, lingering for a little bit and bringing yourself up. keeping your chest always upright. Up and down. Up and down. For 4, for 3, for 2, and release. Now let's start to actively work into that left side. So you're going to press your left foot into the floor, and then from here you're going to lift your back knee off the floor and down. Lift and down. Lift and down. So you're pressing your back foot into the floor and really working on that left side. Inhale and exhale. Keeping your chest upright. And again, not worrying too much if your back knee cannot go so high. And lift. And breathe. All right, team, from here, let's start to get that leg to the front. Take your fingertips back behind you for support if you need to. Otherwise, you can be quite upright here. The idea is, remember, not to take your chest side to side. Lift your leg, take it to the front, flex your foot, and then take it all the way back to where it were. Half of hip, calves, working on the active range of motion. Down and up. Keep your feet flexed, protect your knees, keep your back flat. All right, team. Keep that breath going. For 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Take it back. Let's extend those hips on this side. Press your right hand into the floor, into your mat. Extend those hips up. Squeeze your glutes at the back and take your sit bones all the way down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, down. Start to bring your fingertips up on the left side and take them down. Inhale, lift. Looking to the sky. What a delicious movement for those hips here, right? Inhale and exhale. Keeping your chest open for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Take your feet to the front again for those windshield wipes. Drop your knees to one side. Maybe take your arms out at the same time. Inhale, take your arms all the way out in the middle and expand. And again, knees, so your feet are staying on the floor, your heels are staying on the floor for as long as possible. Glue those feet to the floor. And the only thing that moves are those knees. Expand. For 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. And shake it off. And this is your segment number 1, Happy Hips. Thank you so much for joining me. Join me again as we progress through this series and as our series get a little bit more dynamic and a little bit more longer. Take care of yourself. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're feeling expansive and buttery in those hips. Take your shoulders up, inhale. Exhale, drop them down. Bye-bye.